It's Tuesday, February 5. Here's what's making the news. President David Granger departed for Cuba today to undergo another round of medical evaluations. While he is away, Prime Minister Moses Nagamutu was sworn in to perform the duties of the president, while Minister of Public Security Kemraj Ramjatan will perform the functions of Prime Minister. Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs Basil Williams has filed an application to the Court of Appeal against the ruling on the challenges to the December 21 vote, which was handed down by Acting Chief Justice Roxanne George on January 31, 2019. Among the grounds cited for the appeal is the AG's dissatisfaction with the decision. Immediately following the Acting Chief Justice's ruling on January 31, the Attorney General had signaled his intent to file an appeal.
Just as happened in Cedric Richardson, where we went on appeal to the Court of Appeal, and then from the Court of Appeal to the CCJ where we won it, and stopped Jagdio from saying that he could have a third term. We're going all the way again. All right? So that's what I want to say, and there's no need to weep and gnash teeth. Our courts are a hierarchical system. Our final court is the CCJ. So, like in the GCOM chair, when Nandala them lost, that they appealed to the Court of Appeal. So it's all part of the process. So nothing is over until the CCJ makes the final determination.
More information on this story can be found on our website. In other news, as developmental and economic advancements continue in Guyana, Minister of Finance Winston Jordan says the coalition government remains committed to small businesses and local manufacturing. Alexis Rodney has the details.
During a tour of two East Bank Demerara companies on Monday, Minister Jordan said the government is dedicated to pushing local manufacturing and broadening the scope for producers. His first visit was to Demerara Bakery, located at Block G1 Land of Canaan. The company commenced operation back in 2014 with 2 bakers. Today it has a staff of some 90 persons from within and around the community.
I always emphasize the small and medium businesses, because for me, it's easier to establish, they employ a lot more people, they stay around longer, and so forth, and they tend to be closer to these so-called mom and pop rather than these large corporations and so on.
Demerara Bakery hopes to one day become the premier bakery in Guyana. Every day, between 4,000 and 5,000 pieces of 26 different items are baked by the company, which are then supplied to close to 700 customers across Guyana. These range from tennis rolls to coconut buns to flattened sliced breads to Solara and pastry products. The minister's second stop was to Tandy's Manufacturing at Eccles Industrial Site. The company, which has become a household name in Guyana, was established in 1989 and has seen an expansion over the years. Minister Jordan said it will be good to see more exports from the company. So far, Tandy's exports small amounts of its products to Canada and the United States of America.
I would like to see more exports taking place. I'd like to see your business grow. Tandy's has now become a household name in Guyana. We would like to see it become a household name in the Caribbean.
Director of Tandy's, Bert Denny, said that the company first started as a manufacturer of peanut butter. However, it later diversified, producing items now such as mixed fruits for cakes, bottled seasoning, and a Chinese sauce. Reporting for InfoHub, Alexis Rodney.
As of February 4, the Guyana Oil Company announced a reduction in the price for wholesale and retail gas at the pump stations. InfoHub took its cameras to the streets to get the views of stakeholders on this significant move. Here's more.
It's a good thing right now, because the minibus operators, we are going to benefit from that, because it's been a long time we didn't have a reduction, and it's a good thing the government have done for us.
That was minibus operator Sion Small. Meanwhile, president of the United Minibus Union, Eon Andrews, said that the gas reduction is a bonus for public transportation providers.
Any reduction in gas is a welcome thing for any public transportation provider. We also recognize that rising and falling in gas prices may not be, in the control of our government. The international differences, the international rambling and all that would probably determine the price.
Andrews further highlighted that with the reduction of fuel, there will be a smoother flow for public transportation providers. A passenger gave her view on how the reduction at the pumps will benefit the traveling public.
Everybody's supposed to please, even to the bus and the car. People them supposed to please with the reduction of the gas because they're going to benefit everybody.
Marketing and sales manager for Guile Company, Jacqueline James, said that Guile's mandate is to ensure that with lower acquisition costs for the company, customers will benefit.
The price of fuel depends on the world market, what the activities of the market. And once acquisition goes up, to remain a viable company in this sector, we will definitely have to raise the prices. But Guile has been operating at a low bottom line to pass excellent prices on to our customers, and that's a commitment as not only as a good company but also as a state-owned company.
Super gasoline will be sold wholesale at $208 per liter or 4% less, and gas oil LSD at $207 per liter or 10% less. Retail customers will pay $218 per liter for Super 95 gasoline or 4% less, and $217 per liter LSD or 10% less. Reporting for InfoHub, Ayana George.
Still to come, more inland regions to benefit from infrastructural works, more house lots being allocated, and MNCC opens up vending spots for MASH Day. These and more when we return.
The future of Guyana has never looked better. Our nation is on the cusp of a development program like never seen before. While Guyana is now emerging as an energy giant through the discovery of massive reserves of oil and natural gas, it is your government's intention that the huge benefits emerging from this will go where it matters most, to you, the people of this beloved country. There is a surge of confidence in the way Guyana is governed once again, and the level of investor interest is unprecedented. Guyana is poised to become the breadbasket of the region, and the pace at which this nation will grow through prudent fiscal management will be nothing short of impressive. But more than anything else will be the way every Guyanese, regardless of color, class, or creed, becomes a part of this historic period of national transformation, sharing in the wealth and well-being of it all as one Guyana.
Welcome back. In news from the emerging oil sector, according to an online report by Oil Now, Guyana could pump more oil than Venezuela in 5 years. The website noted that in a report published on Bloomberg, ExxonMobil has estimated that Guyana's output is poised to reach 750,000 barrels a day by 2025. This potential gusher comes as Venezuela's production plunges amid an economic crisis and U.S. sanctions targeting the country's oil sector. Venezuela's output has declined almost 50% over the past 3 years, according to data compiled by Bloomberg. If sanctions compel U.S. oil companies to wind down their businesses in the neighboring country, production could sink to 600,000 barrels a day. On the infrastructural front, as hinterland development continues to be a government priority, several interior regions will benefit from major infrastructural works in 2019. Leticia Isaacs tells us more.
With the allocation of $2 billion from the Ministry of Public Infrastructure towards infrastructural developments in Regions 1, 7, 8, 9, and 10, several communities are slated to benefit from major upgrades. The aim of these upgrades is to provide ease of access, upgrades of roads and bridges within the regions. Jeffrey Walcott, Hinterland engineer attached within the Ministry of Public Infrastructure, explains.
Most of the projects for this year in terms of the urban setting are actually like secondary and tertiary phases of the actual roadworks which commenced in 2017 and 2018. With regards to the actual Hinterland program, it's more still about connecting the larger corridors and improving connectivity across the regions, specifically in areas where people need it the most.
According to Walcott, the Infrastructure Ministry is also working closely with several government agencies and other ministries, including the Ministry of Natural Resources and Tushaus across the hinterland, to better understand priority areas for development.
We would have engaged with Natural Resources, Ghana Manufacturing Association. We would have invited all of the agencies within Natural Resources, including Forestry and GGMC. We would have also extended an invitation to the Tushaus, so that we could have planned comprehensively for our projects in terms of a greater level of connectivity.
The ministry is on track to complete several projects in hinterland areas, including the linking of several interior regions to eventually provide better connectivity between the coast and interior regions of Guyana. Natisha Isaacs for InfoHub.
More than 60 residents of Regdorzi Phase 2 in Region 3 were allocated house lots during a recent exercise hosted by the Central Housing and Planning Authority, CHNPA. Details from Ayana George.
The outreach led by Minister within the Ministry of Communities, Valerie Patterson-Yearwood, was held at the Essequibo Islands West Demerara Democratic Council and dealt with applicants who would have already applied to CHNPA for house lots.
So what we're going to do is to call the names, and we're going to give you the letter. The land, the cost of the land that we allocate to you is $500,000.
The minister said that persons in the lower income bracket signify the largest number of families in need of housing and are also the group that face the most challenges in obtaining decent, inexpensive housing. One satisfied resident, Tamlin Barker, who received her allocation, spoke to InfoHub.
I applied 2011 and I'm thankful for get a land because I'm so happy that I come here today and I get through.
In keeping with CHNPA's mandate, other Region 3 communities Minister Patterson-Yearwood will be visiting are Edinburgh, Cornelia Ida and Stewartville to conduct additional land allocation outreaches. Reporting for InfoHub, Ayana George.
On all things Mashramani related, the Georgetown Mayor and City Council has reported that the sale of vending spots along the Mash route has begun for interested persons as preparations for the 2019 Mashramani costume and float parade gets underway. Neola Damon has our final report.
The Mayor and City Council's Deputy Director of Solid Waste Management, Floyd Rollins, told InfoHub that based on the Mash route, the Council has identified areas for vending, such as the southern carriageway of Carifesta Avenue along Irving Street, from Church Street to Carifesta Avenue, amongst others.
We're already in the process of marking out the spots for vending, so we're asking persons interested in vending to go out and identify a spot that you're comfortable with. Come to Mayor City Council and we'll do a sale spot there. Person will come up, select their spot that they've chosen on the road, and then go downstairs to the Treasury Department and make their payments, come upstairs back and send in their duplicate receipt.
According to Rollins, the spots will be 10 feet by 10 feet and prices will vary from $10,000 to $25,000 depending on the location.
On Carifesta Avenue, $10,000 for spots, from Carifesta to Sandy Bob Street, that's $10,000 also. From Sandy Bob to Lamaha Street, $12,000. From Lamaha to Church Street, $15,000. Square of the Revolution, $25,000, and in Durban Park, $15,000.
Rollins also disclosed that the Council is in talks with the Ministry of Presidency's Department of Social Cohesion, Culture, Youth and Sports regarding the cleanup process of the Mashramani route.
As we did last year, we want to redo this year again. That's behind the last float. We would like to have our garbage trucks cleaning the route, and the next morning we'll revisit the area, and whatever remaining waste is there, we'll remove.
This year, the Mashramani route will commence from Carifesta and Camp Street, proceed east along northern carriageway of Carifesta Avenue, turn south on Vizinchen Road, continue south and then proceed east into Durban Park. Interested persons are being asked to visit the areas mentioned and select a location at the earliest date before all the vending spots are taken up. Neola Damon, InfoHub.
That's all for this evening. Connect with us on WhatsApp, like and subscribe to our Facebook page for notifications. You can also follow us on Instagram for updates and visit our website at dpi.gov.gy. Your bridge and weather reports are up next. Goodbye.